Hi, I'm Wendy Vecchi. I wanted to show you a really fun technique using my Perfect Card Adhesive. Time to make art. This time I have a really cool technique to share, and I call this Perfect Card Adhesive Resist. So what this is a matte resist. So normally when you do a resist technique, you're using embossing powder, so you end up with a shiny kind of result where this is going to give you a matte finish. So here's the ingredients we need. My perfect white cardstock, a stencil, Perfect Card Adhesive, washi tape that just kind of helps hold things in place, and that's really convenient. And then I chose two colors of my Wendy Vecchi Make Art Blendable Inks, and I chose Cornflower Blue and Fern Green. So let me clean up this mess here so we can get started. So I like to take a piece of washi tape and just make a little loop, put that on my craft sheet, and that's going to hold my cardstock in place. So now I have two hands to work with, and those aren't going to be a problem sliding around. Okay, next thing I need to do is put some Perfect Card Adhesive on my craft sheet. And then I'll kind of get my blending foam saturated with the Perfect Card Adhesive. I don't want any big blobs, I just kind of want to make sure that it's kind of squished into the pad really well. Next thing I'll do is put my stencil on, and I could put a piece of tape on here if I wanted to, that would be fine. And now I'll just start adding my Perfect Card Adhesive right through the stencil. So when I take this off, you're really not going to see much since this is a translucent product. Okay, so I'll just kind of hold this up so that you can see it is on there. Okay, so next thing I need to do is give this a dry. Okay, and you're really still not going to see much. The magic happens when you add the ink. So I don't see any shine at all. You'll see that this product dries completely matte, and this is another reason that I think it's absolutely perfect. Okay, so here's when the magic happens. I'll start with my Cornflower Blue, and I'll start adding my ink. Start off the cardstock and come onto the panel here. And what you'll see is very little pattern. The more ink you add, the darker the pattern gets, and the more it stands out and shows up. And it makes a really cool effect. And you can see wherever I added the Perfect Card Adhesive, you have a matte finish. So the colors blend beautifully over this. And it's a really cool, different effect because it has the matte finish. So anytime I can use a product more than one way, it makes me really happy. And that's another reason why I love Perfect Card Adhesive. So that was Cornflower Blue. This is Fern Green. And again, you'll see where there's very little ink, the pattern really does not show up too much. The more ink you add, the darker it gets, and it's a cool start for your cards. Okay, I can go over this if I want to. And there is the Perfect Card Adhesive Resist technique, where you have a completely matte finish. And I think it's cool. It's a great start for a card background.